The Golden State Warriors have signed Usman Garuba to a two-way contract with the team in this upcoming year. My name is Patrick Siepman. Welcome into Warriors Today by Chat Sports. Filling in for Chase Sr. on today's episode. Busy day here at the Chat Sports offices, so it's going to be a super light graphic show. I'll be breaking down my thoughts on Usman Garuba, and then also the second half of today's show, I'm going to be discussing the Warriors as they are going to be meeting with former superstar center Dwight Howard. Shams had that bombshell report earlier this afternoon that the Warriors are exploring some veteran options at that center position. Maybe Dwight Howard could be that guy. Let's start it off with Usman Garuba. I'll give you guys some background info on the former first-round pick, actually, in the 2021 draft. He was the 23rd selection in the 2021 NBA draft. He started playing his NBA or his basketball career in Madrid, where he averaged 2.8 points, 3.9 rebounds, 0.8 assists, half a steal, half a block a game, over 99 games that he played from 2021 all the way through 2023 for the Atlanta Hawks, I believe. Yes, it was for the Atlanta Hawks. So he hasn't really gotten his feet wet in the NBA so far, but he's a big physical guy. He's 6'8". He's super springy off the basketball court from just the tape I've been watching here. Can't really move too well laterally, so he will probably have some struggles if he is switching on to a smaller guard and they get him in the pick and roll. But Usman, he is going to be joining this Warriors roster on a two-way contract. He started off with the Houston Rockets for a little bit as well. This past FIBA World Cup, he actually was huge for the Spain team. As he averaged 8.2 points, 4.0 rebounds, 1.8 assists, a block, and a steal per game for Spain coming off the for Madrid coming off the bench here. He's got a ton of Olympic experience. He captured gold in the 2022 Euro basket. So again, this isn't a signing that's going to move the needle by any means for this Warriors team, but a good depth signing because the Warriors obviously have a need at that front court position because besides Draymond, Kevon Looney, Anthony Lamb, if you're really going to call him a forward, like Trace Jackson Davis, who they just drafted, who I'm a big fan of out of Indiana. I actually think he's going to be great for the Warriors. I think he's going to be great, or he was actually a UDFA. I was shocked when I drafted. But I think he's going to be great for the Golden State Warriors. He's going to use that dribble handoff game that he did at Indiana, especially now with Clay, Steph. It's going to be even heightened with this unit. And then also the fake dribble handoff. He did that all the time at Indiana. I'm a big fan of Trace Jackson Davis as another big for this Golden State Warriors team. But there was definitely a need, and the Warriors addressed it right here, taking a flyer on the young kid. This is kind of a, no risk, medium reward, I'll call it. You're not really risking too much, only signing him to a two-way deal. But he's got that athletic prowess. He's a very athletic build, solid, just frame on his body. I think he can be a solid defender in spots in the NBA. Obviously, you get switched on the smaller guards, which he will be. A lot of the NBA is, getting those slower bigs onto a guard and it's kind of clear out, flatten out, and they kind of put him on an island and they'll try to abuse him. But I think he could be a solid defender in spots, a solid team defender. But that's a big-time news coming out from the Warriors today as they did sign Usman Garuba. I want to get your guys' one-word reaction to the signing. Let me know down below in the comments section. Give me your one-word reaction to the Warriors signing Usman Garuba. Now, this is something I'm excited to talk about. This one fired me up seeing this. The Warriors, they're going to be meeting with Dwight Howard. That was coming out from Shams earlier today. As he said, 8-time All-Star. Dwight Howard will meet with the Golden State Warriors next week. The team has been exploring signing a reserve veteran big man, and now the 2020 Lakers championship center will visit the Warriors officials soon. Listen, Dwight Howard at this point in his career, he's a name. He's not the same guy that he was back with the Orlando Magic when he was probably the best defensive player in the league for many, many years, one of the most dominant bigs of all time. He was fantastic with the Magic. Obviously, when he went to L.A., his career kind of took a hit. He went to the Rockets for a little bit, wasn't too successful there. Then he's just been kind of bouncing around. But I do want to focus in on that 2020 Lakers championship run because he was a big piece for that team. And I think we've seen a trend in the modern-day NBA because I think we all have this notion, and hey, the Warriors are a big reason for that, that you don't need size to win an NBA championship. You 100% do. Obviously, if it's Steph Curry, Klay Thompson in their prime, size is not the biggest need. But for most teams in the NBA, they have seen this and they have addressed it. You look at the past couple NBA champions. This past year, the Denver Nuggets, Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, these big bodies. That's kind of been the archetype or kind of like the roster building construction for a lot of these teams. Is that you got to be big, and you got to be big at the 3, 4, and 5 spot. Go back the year before, obviously when the Warriors won, they're kind of the anomaly where they are the small team that can win a title. But the year before that, the Milwaukee Bucks, like with Giannis, Portis, Brook Lopez. Go the year before that with the Lakers in the bubble, with Dwight Howard, with JaVale McGee, with Anthony Davis, with LeBron. It is never a bad thing to have size or too much size in the NBA because it just causes havoc. Like, it helps you so much just on the glass in general. Rebounding, finishing defensive possessions. You want to get that rebound, get it out quick, especially when you are the Golden State Warriors. Get it out to Curry, get it out to Klay, get it out to Draymond. They can go in transition and go get a lot of easy looks. But Dwight Howard, I think he would be a good addition to this team. Like I said, there is a need for that backup center spot. Because besides Kevon Looney, that's about it. That's the only center the Warriors have really on this roster as of right now. Obviously, Dario Saric, he's more of a 4, a stretch 4, a finesse type of player. But I do think the Warriors need a body that can get down there and bang with other bigs because you're going to have to run into the Lakers in the playoffs. You're going to have to run into the Denver Nuggets, where, yes, maybe the Warriors will always have the advantage at the backcourt with Curry, with Klay. I mean, they're they're one of the best backcourt duos we have ever seen in NBA history, but you're just going to have bodies that you're going to have to throw at Jokic because right now, Jokic is the king of the West. He won it last year. He ran through the Western Conference playoffs. He ran through Anthony Davis. I mean, some of the best defenders and specifically best big defenders in the entire NBA. I think adding a guy like Dwight Howard, just getting his overall size, I think it could help this Warriors team. He's always been an incredible screen setter, so that's something that he could definitely bring to this Warriors offense. Just adding another layer to this team, it never really hurts. And hey, Warriors need size. They want a veteran backup big. I think Dwight Howard is the perfect name. And if you had to choose between Dwight Howard, DeMarcus Cousins, as those are the 2 big-name guys that are still out there, I'd go Dwight Howard. I think Boogie, obviously, is a big physical guy, but I think he has more finesse in his game, and I think Dwight Howard would kind of do the things the Warriors want him to do better than a guy like DeMarcus Cousins. But I ask you guys, do you guys want the Warriors to sign Dwight Howard? Let me know your thoughts down below. Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no. Thank you guys so much for watching today's edition of Warriors Today. They signed Usman Garuba, and they also are going to meet with Dwight Howard. Let me know your thoughts on both of those news pieces down below. See you guys next time. Go Warriors.